Alrighty, welcome everybody. This is Business Owners Smashing It Online. So if this is what you're expecting, welcome. If it's not what you're expecting, well, welcome as well too. My name's Nick Cree and I'm your host for this evening. In fact, I'm your host every evening when we hold these sessions. So Business Owners Smashing It Online is really for business owners, entrepreneurs, people with an entrepreneurial seizure, sort of looking for something else to do in our interesting times at the moment, to find some of the online tools, strategies, and processes to make your business life a whole lot easier and hopefully a lot more enjoyable as well too. I don't know how many people got into business just to be busy. I know I didn't. I got into it for a bit more freedom, a bit more time. So that's really what we endeavor to do with the Business Owners Smashing It Online. So before we do kick off though, and while we're waiting for some of the other folk to arrive, who have we got in the room here? So just maybe introduce yourself, tell us what your business is, and what are you hoping to get out of tonight? So who's going to kick us off? Name, business, and what do you want to get out of tonight?
My name is Anne Taylor.
Hello, Anne. How are you?
Good. I have an online store called Aussie Products. The products are from Australian suppliers and they're shipped worldwide.
Awesome.
What do I want to get out of tonight? Anything I can. I just need help with getting my message to people.
Excellent. Well, I would imagine that photography is something that's pretty important for your site, the images on it.
Yes.
So, all right. Well, tonight is definitely about that. So, yeah. Yep. So we've got Kyle waiting in the wings here, so I'll introduce shortly. He's a professional photographer, so he's really going to talk about how to take some photos that really look awesome on social media and your website.
Thank you.
All right. Well, welcome back, Anne. Good to see you again. Who else we got here? Oh, we got Jacqueline. How are you?
Very well, thank you.
And things are all good in your world?
Absolutely. Always good.
Excellent, excellent. So tell us about your business and what you're hoping to get out of tonight.
I'm a consultant with ACN, so I help people reduce their electricity bills for the business and the household, and learning more about photography and how to get the best out of it to promote my business.
Awesome, excellent. All right. All right, who else we got here tonight? Just name, rank. G'day, Tiger. How are you going? Good to see you. I wasn't expecting you on tonight. Oh, you're still on mute. There we go. No, not quite. Now, let me see if I can unmute you here. There you go. Anything come up there to unmute you?
Can you hear me now, Ed?
There we go. There we go. How are you, Tiger?
Thank you very much, Nick. My name's Tiger. I'm working for a company based from the Gold Coast. I'm on the Sunshine Coast, and the company produces tech apps for businesses. So whatever you want to do with your business, it's probably made more expedient, convenient, and you can streamline it by having your own tailored app. Around $5,000 each.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Excellent. So Sunshine Coast, I was up your way just a couple of weeks ago.
Okay.
Yeah, long weekend up in Mooloolaba, or was it Alexandra Heads? Is that sort of close by you?
Yes, it is. Well, book me in for a coffee next time, Nick.
Yeah, I should have dropped in, shouldn't I?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wasn't thinking. Awesome, excellent. Oh, good to see you, Tiger, particularly
you,
since
mate.
you said you may not be able to make it, so it's good to actually see you here. All right, who else we got here tonight? Time for a couple more. All right, everyone's all sort of pretty quiet tonight. All right, well, that's no worries. All right, well, look, while we're waiting for the others, we're just going to kick off anyway. So welcome along to Business Owners Smashing Online. My name's Nick Cree, and I'm your host for this evening. And we do have an agenda for tonight as well too. So let's go and have a look and see what's in store for us. Actually, I know what's in store for us because I made it up. All right, so here's our agenda for tonight. We have some cool online tools, which I'll run through very shortly. So these are some of the latest and some of the tools that I use as well too. So a mixture in there. Then we have our main presentation. So we've got Kyle Sprides in the wings waiting, and he's going to be talking to us tonight about how to create some pretty awesome professional looking photography just with the device that you carry around in your pocket. And we'll have time for questions and answers as well. We do have a prize draw. So Kyle's got a prize for us as well too before we round off and close off the evening. I was going to say sort of 7:30ish, but that's Queensland time. If you're in New South Wales or other areas of the world, it's about an hour and a half later. So let's kick into it. First thing I'd love you to do is just to check in on the social media platform of choice. So if you do have your device handy with you, and whether that be Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, whatever's your social media platform of choice, just check in there. We do that for two reasons. One is to just to remind those people there that didn't turn up for tonight, or maybe were thinking about it and forgot about it. You know, if they see something pop up in their feed, then it just reminds them of, that's right, we're supposed to be here. And for those that haven't heard of us yet, then it gives them a some information about the fact that this actually happens. And for you, it helps to build your digital profile so that when people are having a look at you and sort of checking you out, they get to see some of the things that you're involved in and your professional education as well too. So if we just take a moment just to check in, feel free to tag me in. If there's some, tag Kyle in. If there's someone else here to that you know, tag them in as well too. And you can feel free to take a photo of the screen and sort of post that up as well too, if you so desire. All right, so let's have a look at our cool online tools. So I might just change my screen here to, where is my browser? Here we go. All right. So hoping you can see my browser screen, and it says right in the middle there at the top, my applications. Can you just give us a thumbs up to let me know you can see that? Perfect. Great. Excellent. All right. So the first tool that I've got tonight is one that is called Elf Site. So if you have a website, then there are often times that you need to have or it would be good to have some tools on it that would be helpful. So often one of the common tools is Google reviews. So as people leave reviews for you on Google, or it might be Facebook reviews, another one here for Facebook as well too, that you can embed that on your site. So when people come to your website, they can see the reviews that you're getting on another platform. So it's often quite difficult to find apps and tools that are available for your website that don't require a coder or a developer to come in and help you to install it or to write a bit of code and do all the connections and get it going, let alone a layperson who sort of has got to sort of work their way through some of the documentation and instructions. So, and depending on what platform you're on, so whether you're on WordPress or Wix or Weebly or Squarespace or, whatever platform you're on, some platforms have apps, others are a bit more limited in the sort of apps they have. But this site here called Elf Site is great in that you can use any of these apps on any site. So it doesn't matter what website platform you've got, you can use any of these on any website. So, and they've got about 80 odd apps or widgets here, they call it, to add to your site. So let's say Google reviews. We've got that one here. That's often a common one. You would just hover over it, click the create click widget. And I think the first one, I believe, is free as well too. The others you pay for, but they're reasonably inexpensive and they've got a good model for it. So so really all you do is you click on your reviews. You can select the sort of style that you want. So all of the widgets have got a style on the left-hand side for you to select. And there you go. So there's a style there, and then you can go and click save. And then once you've saved it, you can click the code here to add it to your website. And all you need to do is you can see that there's a little bit of code in the middle there. Just click on it. It says copied, and you go to your website and then you paste it into your website. It gives you some instructions as to where to paste it. So here, if you go to the tutorials, it's got a whole range of website platforms. I happen to run WordPress, and it'll pop up with the instructions about where to go and add it into your website. So you can just follow that through. Very easy to do to get on your website. If you've got a Wix website, then again, just click the Wix, and it gives you the instructions there about where to add this into Wix. So if you're not a coder, doesn't matter. It's reasonably easy to do. You just follow the steps. It's a bit like paint by numbers to add it in, and then you've got that widget on your website. So it's a really handy site. It's great for people that are developers as well. So rather than sort of spending hours trying to configure an app or a tool, can come to here, and it really is a less than 5-minute job to get it onto your website. So you can see they've got a selection of types of apps. They've got social, reviews, e-commerce, chats, forms, video, audio tools. So you even do things like embed podcasts and that sort of thing, or videos in there. So Vimeo is a video platform that I use. So, and there's YouTube as well. So if you're using those there, then you can even embed widgets on your website to allow you to stream your videos onto your website as well too. So very easy to use, very helpful tool, and that is called elfsite.com. So, and the actual link to it is apps.elfsite.com. Now these links here, we'll drop them into chat. So that at the end of the evening, you can download it. And if you're not familiar as to where chat is, if you have a look at the bottom toolbar of your Zoom window, there's an icon there which looks like a speech bubble. If you click on that speech bubble, that'll open up a chat window, which you can move to wherever on your screen. At the bottom of the chat window are 3 little dots. If you click on those 3 little dots, the option you'll have there is to save that chat to your desktop or save it to your computer. So, so don't save it just yet. What we'll do is we'll put all of the links to the apps in here. Once we've got all the links in, you can save it. Saves you writing it down, so writing it down incorrectly, you'll have them all there just to be able to click through later tonight or tomorrow or at your leisure. All right, so that ElfSite one is there already. All right, next one I've got is not really an app, but this one here is social media image size cheat sheet. So there's so many image social media platforms out there with images for different things. Like you can have a banner image, a profile image, post image, image for mobile device, image for tablet, image for desktop device, and all of them have different sizes and dimensions. So this site here, which is makeawebsitehub.com/social media image sizes cheat sheet, has all of these listed for you. So it gives you a full explanation as to where they're used, how big the images are, and the sort of resolution that you're going to need for the image. And it even tells you, when it scales down to a smaller screen, what the dimensions are of those images. And the reason why that's important is that you can keep all of your main information in the area that is visible on all devices, and then around the edges it can be just the peripheral stuff that's not important if it disappears as device sizes shrink down. So you can see here we've got first one's Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, so YouTube channel, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, Tumblr, TikTok. So there's a whole range of image sizes there. Great thing about this is that you've got the website, which you can so bookmark as a resource. But there's a link in here, which is download a PDF. So you can download the PDF to your computer so that you have it, and you can give it to your virtual assistant, your social media person, whoever does this for you. And it's a handy reference guide for you to use and have for when you're creating images. So I thought that would be pertinent tonight, since we're talking about photography and images. And of course, if you go to a site like canva.com, which is a graphic design site, they will have those image sizes in there as well too. And any that you can't find there, you can always come to your cheat sheet, and it will have the correct image sizes for 2021 in there. This is not a guide that will never change. Social media platforms change all the time. So you always do need to keep it updated. I just know that this particular site does update this on a sort of annual basis, so that they're reasonably up to date. So again, that's make a website, hub.com / social media image sizes cheat sheet. All right, our next one is, where are we? Ingram Spark. Now, I came across this one the other day from someone who is a book author. So if you are a book author, or if you're thinking about writing a book, or even if you're thinking about writing an ebook, Ingram Spark is a self-publishing site to help you with publishing your book, your ebook, your manuscript, whatever it happens to be. They have got a ton of resources here about what you need to be aware of and how to publish a book and how to write the book. So it is a very resource-rich site. And really, it's got three areas on the front here. One is publish a book, learn about Ingram Spark, and learn about self-publishing. So for instance, if you have a look at learn about self-publishing, you get a whole lot of resources like how to, where to get an ISBN number, which every single book has a unique number, which is called an ISBN number, which is how you get listed and catalogued globally, so that people can search for you and find your book. So lots of free resources to download to help you with your writing. With it all as well. They've got a cover designer, and the great thing about this too is that they would, if you want them to do the work, they will do the work for you in terms of getting your book published. So they'll even, if you want hard copies of your book, they will do the publishing and send you the hard copies. You can get any amount that you want, so you don't have to get 1,000 books or 10,000 books and store them in your garage and hope to sell them. You can get a run of 20 or 30 books, see how you go, and order them almost on demand as you go through it. Their pricing's really quite good as well too. And if you go to the pricing page, you can see that what do we got? Print an ebook, $49 there for a ebook. They'll publish those up to Amazon, Apple, Kobo, Barnes and Noble, which is in the States, and make them compatible to e-readers as well too. So if you're looking for someone to help you with the tech side of things and this publishing side of things for your book, Ingram Spark is a great resource. So it's ingramspark.com. All right, next one here is, this one's surferseo.com. So this is a reasonably new app on the block that I've come across recently. And it's really to help people that are writing content for websites and for places that Google will search and crawl to ensure that what you're writing is likely to be picked up by the search engines and get you sort of listed well on the search engines. Now, how it does it is it's a site there that will help you with your writing by looking at doing things like your keyword research. So it will. So you'll just give it, say, a seed keyword. So your keyword might be what do we got here? We've got photography, for instance. So a business photography or professional photography. That could be your seed phrase, or it could be just photography. How to take good images, and then you can enter that into here, and then it will search for what are the top search phrases around that search phrase that people are looking for. So it might be, you know, so how to take great photographs, what sort of lighting do you need, what sort of equipment do you need. So it'll group all those phrases, and it will group them together, and then it will actually write your content for you. So you can give it a start. So you might have a paragraph or two of content, you can drop it in, and this here is an AI tool which will help you to actually write your content. So these are not, this is not like the spinning tools of years ago, where you'd put some text in, you'd write a full article, put the text in, and the spinner would sort of give you unique results to post on all sorts of different platforms. Problem with those platforms were that what you got was unreadable text. It was English. It was the sentences were put together properly, but when you read it, it was just weird and it just never made sense. So, but with the content writing AI that's available today, the artificial intelligence available today, it gives it's like a human has written it. So it's so good that it's like, you know, a person's actually written it. So it's well worth having a look at. It does produce, I've taken it for a spin. It does produce some really good readable content. It works for your search engines as well too. They do have a trial plan on it. So it's well worth signing up just to see what the power of this tool is. If nothing else, you'll by doing your keyword research on this, you will get some topics that will help you if you're writing let's say a blog piece or social media pieces now for the next 12 months. It will give you some enough topics there to really help you to write good content that people are searching for right now and looking for over the next year or so. So definitely dive into that, have a look at it. It is one of those tools that I think is a massive time saver in the fact that it will actually sort of generate your content for you. And not only is it a time saver, but it is actually sort of a good quality copy. So some of this I've seen is you'd be hard pressed finding someone to write copy like this, you know, with just sort of some of the outsourcing agencies that are out there. So again, that is Surfer SEO. All right, the very last one that I've got is one called Hype Fury. So how many people here use Twitter as a social media platform? Put your hands up if you're using Twitter at all. Oh, not many. Okay. So, which is no surprise for down here in, you know, this end of the world. Twitter is it's certainly well used over in the States. You'll find that journalists use it, politicians use it. So there are some specific groups of people that use it. I know that the web development community uses it. I'm part of the WordPress community worldwide, and Twitter is a social media platform that they tend to use. Here's the interesting thing. If you're not using Twitter, you're missing out on a really interesting channel of business and of engagement. So I'm on something called a Tweet 100. So if you're on Twitter, go and have a look at the hashtag Tweet 100. So it is tweeting out over the next 100 days something on Twitter every single day. So I'm about 5 days into that, so I've got a while to go yet. But already starting to get some engagement there and questions coming in from people about my business, my programs, and the sorts of things that we do here. So, so it's almost like a direct messaging platform, but it's sort of like a public direct messaging platform. And some people swear by it in terms of you know, getting leads and inquiries and really growing their business. I've got about, I think I've got about 26,000 followers on Twitter. So it's quite a big account, taken a few years to get there, but really haven't used it well for my business. So really just sort of spending the next 100 days giving it a go. But the problem with it is that you still have to get in there every day, post your content, think about what am I going to write, etc. So Hype Fury is just one of those tools that helps you with posting and to Twitter, and to responding to comments and feedback.
You've gone off. We can't hear you.
All right. Sorry there. Somehow I got muted there. Can you hear me now? Perfect. Okay. Don't quite know how that happened. All right. So Hype Fury here is a tool that will help you to manage your tweets, your responses on Twitter from a central platform on your website. So you don't have to go into Twitter. You can do it online. You can schedule it posts. So if you like, probably what I could do if I was doing things the easy way is I would schedule in advance 100 tweets to go up on Twitter. So fairly easy to do, and then it's scheduled to go up regularly at the allotted time each day. So Hype Fury is one of those tools which is really designed for Twitter. It does work with Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn as well too. But if you're really wanting to explore the world of Twitter, have a look at Hype Fury. They do have a 14-day free trial. Pricing's pretty standard when it comes to some of these social media management tools as well too. All right, that there is a roundup of our cool online tools for today. Any sort of standouts there, or ones that will keep you sort of busy for the next hour, day, or is your procrastination tool to stop you doing all those tasks you know you should be doing, but you want something to put it off at the moment? So drop into chat which one it is, or tell us now. Unmute yourself. Tell us which was your interesting one.
I think all of them were very interesting. I'd like to try them all.
Oh, well, this will keep you busy for the next week, I think, Anne.
I just won't be able to sleep. This is what it's all done to me.
I know. I'm sorry, if you came here to sort of cure your insomnia, this is not the place.
When people have asked you, I'd like to ask you a special question, but I won't stop you from this.
Is it app related or related to this?
Well, it's coding.
Coding? All right, we might we'll catch up with that one on another time. I'm happy to talk to you about coding because that's one of my favorite things.
All right.
All right, any others? Just drop into chat there. So Surfer, SEO, Hype Fury, Twitter Spaces. No, I haven't heard of that one yet, Con. I'll drop that into my browser and have a look at that as well. So Twitter Spaces is another one. Awesome. Always like it when people are recommending tools for me as well too. Excellent. All right. Well, that's our roundup of online tools.